All right, welcome to the Gamers Cast. We are now on episode 5, and we have back with us once again. We got my man, Superior Spike. What's going on, brother?
Chilling.
Glad to have you back today, man. Glad to have you back. Ayo, Sheed!
Hey, yo!
Made it tonight, man. Yeah. You didn't cancel at the last second.
Wow, put him on blast.
Good stuff. Mr. Google Me, Dre, what's going on? Dre's 41 in the house, man. That's what's up, bro. Glad to have you back. 3 episodes in a row. That's awesome. And then, of course, the enforcer, Dustin Jeffries, in the house.
Thank you.
What's going on, guys? How y'all been since the last time we talked?
Chilling, working.
Snow.
Awesome. Yeah, the snow has been crazy, man. Oh my god.
Crazy ain't the word for it.
The snow's been crazy here, bro. Thank God tomorrow weather picks up, and then all next week for us at least is going to be like high 40s and 50s, mid 50s and stuff. So thank God.
I'm ready for that.
Melt all this ice, man, because I've almost broke my old back several times on the ice. But anyways, let's kick this show off, man. Games we've played this week, like always. And Sheed, you weren't here last week, man. Let's start you off, man. What games you been playing in the last week or two?
This week I've been hard on Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I finally finished it.
Okay.
Finished it the other day. That's pretty much the only thing I played like the last 2 weeks. I'm trying to run through that.
Going hard on it, man.
Probably move on to the next game. I need to finish Black Flag and Red Dead 2. So I'll be working on those next.
Red Dead 2, man. That's something I need to get back into, man. I've all this new stuff that I've gotten here lately is one that I've kind of taken a back seat to, man. So it's one, I love the game, dude. The story is freaking amazing, dude. So yeah. Spike, what you been playing, man?
A little bit of everything. You know, I'm always streaming. I try to stream for at least like over an hour every day. So on my streams, I think you saw the other night I was playing the Power Rangers Battle for the Grid.
I did.
Nice.
Jump back to Cyberpunk because there were some side missions that I didn't complete, and it's like now I wish I had did those side missions before I finished it because it's like you get more in depth with the characters and stuff. Animal Crossing, which I say every week, I'm gonna say Animal Crossing.
Yeah, man. Name it.
Yeah, even if I turn it on just to like I said, check out what's new in the store for the day and turn it back off, I still play that. Last night I was playing this game, The Messenger. It's one of the Games Pass games. You play as this ninja. His town gets attacked, and then they send him on a mission to deliver this scroll. Crazy story. I'll probably start it over and start streaming that because it has like some fourth wall type humor and stuff in it. And Zelda Breath of the Wild, I finally got back into that. Like that's a game I picked up a year ago. Did like the first 3 temples, and for whatever reason I couldn't find the village I was supposed to go to after that. So I just put it down, and then like I just randomly picked it up, and I'm like, let me just see if I can figure this out. Got to the next village, and I'm just like, oh, got all these side quests, and it's like now I'm hardcore into that again.
Such a good
and
game,
lastly,
dude.
yeah, it's great. I don't like the weapon system, but I can deal with it. And lastly, the Wrestling Revolution, because our other guy who never makes it here, he's been like talking about it a lot, which made me jump back into it, and I've been playing that also.
Nice. Real quick on the Animal Crossing, man, because I know you're always jumping into that, and I haven't played it in so long, and I'm ashamed of myself because the game is awesome, dude, and we have like 4 versions or 4 copies of it here at my house because of my kids and stuff and my wife. But I just haven't, for whatever reason, haven't gotten on it, man, and updated. So my island is probably full of weeds and stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be covered in weeds. Yep.
Yeah,
but the house probably gonna have roaches in it.
Right. Yeah. But what I was gonna say was the reason why I'm bringing it up is because I'm super excited, and that's why I'm touching base on it real quick before we go to the next person. Are you super excited for the Super Mario stuff? No.
Yes and no. I'll tell you why. Because all the stuff they're giving us in this Mario update, it's stuff we had in the previous Animal Crossing for free.
Okay. Yeah,
but it's
no,
like
no,
minus
but this
the
is
warp
free.
pipes.
This is
Yeah,
gonna
like
be
I said,
free. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I get it, but it's like
Okay.
minus like the warp pipes. Like we have Bullet Bill,
Mhm.
the bricks with the question mark, the one up mushroom, the red mushroom, the
Mhm.
costumes, all that stuff was in the previous game already.
Okay. See, I'm excited for it, man, because like this is the first Animal Crossing I ever really went hardcore on.
Mm,
So for me, it's gonna be new for me. You know what I mean? Now I'm gonna tell you what I am waiting on, and we probably will get this later on this year. Is
Mm.
the Zelda stuff, because I know they had a bunch of that stuff prior too.
Yeah, the Triforce, the sword, like all that stuff. Like if you
the
like,
hat, the
I
suit.
still got my Animal Crossing for the
I,
DS.
yep, I have that too. I have that too.
It's invisible, but
Yep. No, I have
yeah.
it too. I have it too. So, but anyways,
But like
yeah,
if you
I'm
go
super excited
into
about that.
if you go to my basement in that game, like I have like the case is like a Luigi hat, a Mario hat, Metroid stuff. Like the Metroid's actually in there, Samus's suit, stuff like that. It's all in the basement.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, man, I'm super, and I've been saying it, man, for a while now, man, that they need to get this Nintendo stuff in here, man, that they used to have. A lot of people's been asking for it, actually. So I'm excited for it. At least now we're finally starting to get some of that stuff. So that's gonna pull me back into the game, and it's gonna.
And it's
be
probably
bad
gonna be
news.
time, so you're gonna have to jump on and get it when it's up
no, I will day one. Believe that. So believe that. Dre, what you been playing, brother?
A bunch of old school games. I had to write them down because I almost forgot. So I hopped on the emulator. I was playing. I had this game back in the day. I don't think anybody else had it, but I played it. It was obscure as hell, and I liked it. Rampart. It was for the Sega Genesis. I was playing that. I have I was playing Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi Budokan. I think 2. I don't remember because I got multiple copies and they all like the Tenkaichi whatever one. It's the one where you could take a pill and it like adds abilities to your character. And when you do the fusion, if you mess up, like the character ends up like.
I think that's the third one.
Yeah, I think it's
like Budokai 2.
Or it could be
Budokai
2.
2.
Yeah,
because
is the camera behind your back or like it's still kind of like
it's side by side.
So it's 2. It's 2 because on 3 is that's when they turned it to behind the back, and I hated that at first.
Yeah, because 3 I had that one. I think I played it like for like 10 minutes, never played it again. And then because I want to record a couple of videos doing this, Game Day 98, playing with the Broncos, of course.
Such a good game.
Yo, like I got back on it and I'm like, wow, like the graphics look trash, but I was like,
who cares?
I remember like enjoying it.
Yeah, dude, who cares about graphics, man? I mean, obviously we do, but it's like that doesn't make the game for sure.
Yeah, no.
2K20. Dustin.
I have been rocking some Power Rangers Legacy Wars, trying to keep on doing more corruption boxes to get the new skin for, I'm trying to think of her name, Ranger Slayer, the alternate universe Pink Ranger, 2K19, putting stuff together on Fire Pro. Hint, Spike. Thanks for the ring.
No problem.
And I've been playing some SmackDown 2, trying to unlock stuff.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Let's see. I'll just go ahead and name one of the ones that I was on. Obviously, I was on 2K19 again a little bit. WWE, that is. And that was pretty much just getting stuff ready for UWA's comeback or whatever. So I was on there just for a little bit doing stuff. But the games that I've really been like actually playing and going in on, I did play because I picked up Immortals Phoenix Rising for the PS5, and I'll talk a little bit about that real quick. I've been holding off on getting that game. Was super excited about getting it because it's pretty much like a Zelda Breath of the Wild clone, pretty much, except for with obviously a different character, whatever. And then it's got like the Zeus kind of world, like that kind of world stuff, and so it's got its own little twist to it or whatever. So, and you can, the Greek mythical stuff. But it's also like you can create your character. And
Oh,
I
I'm
did,
sold.
and I did not, yeah, and I did not even know that going into
Mm.
this. You know what I'm saying? But I was holding off on it because I was debating on as like, okay, at the time, I didn't have a, you know, when the game first came out a couple of months ago, I didn't have a PS5 obviously at the time. So I was debating on, I was like, do I want it for Xbox? I was like, I don't want it on PS4. So it was either Xbox or the Switch. I was leaning more towards the Switch because I played my Switch a lot. So I was like, man, I'll probably just get it on that. But then I got my PS5. So I was like, man, I don't know, man. Let me hold off. Let me see if maybe I'll just pick it up for the PS4, you know what I mean? And just play it on my PS5. And then last Sunday, I and this is going to lead into the next game that I've been playing too. Me and my wife and the kids or whatever, we were out doing stuff, and we were in a town over, and I went into their Walmart after we were done doing stuff and walked in there, and they actually had it for the PS5, and I've not seen it
Okay.
anywhere in my town for the PS5, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know they made it on there. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, I'm sold. Let me get it right now. And they only had like 2 copies, so I went ahead and grabbed that. And then, so I've only played a little bit of that. And then I was going to say the next thing was the new Mario game, the 3D World, which I know that actual game's not new because it was on the Wii U. But they added some stuff and sped up Mario a little bit. And then, of course, it's got the Bowser's Fury on there as well, which that is a new game. And that's really cool. And I only played both of those games just a little bit, and it was pretty much for the video that I made a few days back. But the game that I've been going hard on, and even last night when I got off of work, I was like, man, do I want to get on something else? I was like, nah, Death Stranding. Dude,
I forgot you said you were playing that. Yeah.
dude, I am so in love with that game, man. And I know it's it's only on PS4 or whatever, but the enhanced graphics on the PS5 and everything, the loading, and I showed you guys screenshots. And I know the graphics ain't everything, man, but I'm really enjoying the game, dude. Like it's awesome, dude. I'm loving the story. I'm loving everything about it. It's one of those ones where I can like sit down real quick if I'm doing something. If I have to go grab something, I don't got to worry about it. I don't know, man. Like some people said they didn't like the whole running thing, but dude, it's like, well, y'all must not have ever played DayZ because that's right up my alley, bro. But it's really not even like that either, man. I don't know. It's a great game if you ever pick it up. Like I said, I think it's awesome, dude. It's something I'm really liking. But that's pretty much what I've been playing here lately. That one in particular is the one that I've been spending a lot of time on.
All right. I'm gonna hold out on that because I know with my luck, the day I pick it up, like a week or two later, it's gonna be free. It's gonna be like the game of the month
on the
PlayStation.
plus, yeah, because the price has already dropped on it. I think it's like 19.
I've seen it for like 20.
Bucks. Yeah, it's like $20, man. So yeah, you're right though. It may come on the PS Plus, man. So yeah, you might be better off on holding off. And you don't have a PS5 yet either. So
Right.
I would recommend playing it on that. Not saying
like I'm actually like I actually plan to play through that's gonna be one of my streams. I'm gonna replay Cyberpunk on the PS5 because it doesn't look like it has the crashing issues. Like the last couple of times I played, it hasn't crashed throughout the playthrough. I've been playing for like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours,
and I'm
close to 3 hours.
I'm holding off on Cyberpunk too, even though I haven't had any issues on my One X. I'm waiting until I get a Series X to continue on with that game, just because. I don't know. So I'm waiting until I get a Series X to continue on with that story. And I know not everybody here probably even watched it or has too much to say on it. I know a few of us probably will, but the Nintendo Direct. What was you guys' thoughts on that? If you even watched it or if you care, like I already know some people's answers in this.
What's that?
Let's start off. Okay, so Spike, let us know what you thought about it, man, because I know you watched it, bro.
I watched bits and pieces of it because like as it started, I was getting bombarded with text messages, and but I saw the majority of it. Honestly, not too many things caught my attention. Bravely Default 2, that caught my attention because I love my RPGs. I have the first one. I'm embarrassed to say I haven't beaten it yet, but that's me. I have a huge backlog of games.
Right.
the Mario Golf. I've never really messed with Mario Golf in the past. I've been more of a Hot Shots Golf player. Like I still have Hot Shots Golf for the PSP.
Yeah.
Love that. So I like the whole concept of now it's gonna be like an open world. Yeah, he got it. It's gonna.
OG,
Yeah, I did play
baby,
that
the
back in the day. I
OG,
totally
baby.
forgot about that. Yeah, I did play that. Yeah, as a kid. I like how it's open world now. You create your me character and you interact with all the people in the world, and you start off as like a novice and you can get better. Like that got my attention because, like I said, just give me character creation and you got me sold on a game. Like even if it's trash.
And it's online too for that Mario Golf.
Yeah,
just to
yeah.
mention
So you
real
can
quick.
do competitive type stuff.
So that's
And
super cool.
obviously, lastly, the Zelda Skyward Sword because I skipped that when it originally came out because that was a Wii U only game, right?
Wii game.
Wii? I thought it was Wii U.
Wii.
Okay.
Nope. 2011, bro, is the last and only one that we ever got. So a lot of people been wanting. Well, most people. I'd almost say most people, man. Almost 80% of the people that knows about the game probably has never played it or.
Yeah, I never played it. Like I played Twilight Princess. I played Wind Waker, and that was just the one. I guess by the time it came out, I had already given up on the Wii, so I sold it.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. It was like towards the end of the Wii's lifespan, man. And not only that, man, a lot of people were already kind of like burnt out on the motion control thing.
Motion control stuff, yeah.
And it's like
with that
man,
Travis Brown game, and I was just like,
and hey, when it first came out, bro, I was kind of hyped. I was like, oh, dude, I'll be able to. And no,
yeah, it's not.
that is one Zelda game, bro, that I still have never beat. And I hated the way the controls were, bro. I hated it, bro. I hated it. So I am super
It was like
hyped.
heavily based on that. I was just like, yeah, it's not for me. Because I guess I played, was it No More Heroes, where you play as Travis Touchdown, and they had you doing weird stuff in that game, where it's like you had the little lightsaber, and it's like when the battery runs out, you literally had to go like that and like jerk your hand up and down to get it to power it back up. And I'm like, all right, unique concept, but I'm over this motion control stuff. It's like if I'm not playing a Connect game like the Michael Jackson experience. And yes, I did dance playing the Michael Jackson experience.
Hey,
like,
so did I, bro. So did I. Hey, so did I, bro. I was out there doing the best moonwalk that I could, bro.
You gotta play it on the Wii, and I'm just like, no.
My old YouTube channel, bro. I actually had a couple of videos of us doing that on there. No, that channel don't exist no more.
Damn.
That channel don't exist no more, bro. Like at all.
DDR. I was rocking the DDR.
Yeah.
Yeah, they brought back Rock Band, but we didn't get DDR back, and I never played that back in the day either.
Anybody else besides me and Spike check it out or no?
I watched a recap, a shorter video of it.
Okay. Anything catch your eye?
Golf, because
I know you're a Nintendo fan too, Sheed. So anything catch your eye on that?
Because I had Mario Golf back in the days, so I'll definitely get that one.
Dude, that game looks awesome, dude. What about and I don't know if anybody cares about it, man, but that detective game? You know? Hey, I think I'm gonna give that a try, man.
With me in detective games, like I'll do good at first. It's like me with Hitman. I'll get to like the third mission or the third chapter or whatever, and I won't be able to figure it out. I'm like, man, screw this game, and I won't touch it again.
I'm gonna give it a try, man, because I know my oldest daughter will probably be interested in it too, man. So I'm definitely gonna pick that one up. There was another one, man. I'm actually two other ones that I'm really interested in. So like the mana game.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? I can't remember the name of it for some reason.
It's not Secret of Evermore.
No, not Secret of Mana, man. Obviously, you're instantly think of that game, but it looked really cool, man. It's a good, it's RPG, man. So I'm definitely gonna check it out, man. I believe. And there was one other one, man. I'm so bad. I should have wrote this down, man. But because I had it in my head, and now I'm just kind of thinking. But it's the it's got that real funky name, dude. The Triangle. It's like a long old name, bro. It's like 3 different triangles, something. No, doesn't ring a bell. I can't believe I can't.
Let me pull it up real quick.
Yeah, look it up real quick, man. Because dude, that game that game looks really good, dude. Like really cool. And they actually have a demo of it too, right now that you can actually download. I've heard, I haven't downloaded it yet, but because I hate downloading demos. But I heard that the game looks and plays amazing right now, dude. But the name needs to go. Like they need, before they release that game, they need to change that name because that name is horrible. It's Triangle something, man.
I'll probably get that Splatoon 3 from us.
I was about to say no Splatoon for you.
Yeah, but I will get that too. That's still a year away from now, man. Which is still cool though.
They did say 2022.
Yeah, so that's still a ways off.
I
And then
fell off Nintendo games like after GameCube. I fell off Nintendo. I mean, I do have my Game Boy Advance XP, but I really haven't.
Man, y'all sleep on Nintendo, man.
scene.
You and Dre, man. Y'all sleep. Y'all sleep on Nintendo, man. I already said
I used to rock my Super Nintendo all the time.
I already said my piece on the Zelda, man, in here and on a video that I made yesterday. So I'm not gonna.
Triangle Strategy.
Yes. What'd you say again?
Project Triangle.
Project Triangle Strategy. Tell me that's not a horrible name. Like what?
It's a turn-based like Final Fantasy Tactics type game.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. Like I said, the game looks and sounds pretty freaking awesome, dude. I'm definitely probably gonna try that.
What's that game? I got it back here. I got so many games. I'm not seeing it. It's like Fire Emblem.
Yes. Yeah.
Like Fire Emblem meets I just said Final Fantasy Tactics.
Final Fantasy. Yep. Like I said, it'll be one that I'll probably try, man. I'll probably give it a try. I don't know. It seems like it's pretty cool. That name is horrible though. Name is horrible. And like I said, I already said my piece on the Zelda, so I'm not going to get into that because we'll be in here. We'll be in it's Zelda, dude.
All night.
So I don't even care. I'm gonna get it anyways. The whole point of it not being like necessarily motion controls. You can use Joy-Cons if you want, or you can use an actual controller if you want. Sold. And I was gonna buy it anyways, no matter what. But sold. To be able to actually get in there and actually be able to play it.
Like that's my thing too. As a person, like I'm always like, I know you don't mess with the mobile games, but it's like to play like a Switch game. I'm not trying to be the guy, and I take public transportation. I'm not trying to be the guy on the bus or the train, and you see me.
Yeah, man. It's like it's a Zelda game, man. Like, what do you guys like? I don't know. I hated it, dude. I hated it. Up next, retro, and we're gonna blend this together a little bit. Retro gaming memories and games we couldn't beat as kids. Dustin, start us off, brother.
Some memories. Mario Brothers 3.
Okay.
I still to this day know how to get all 3 whistles.
Nice.
No problem.
Nice.
Playing the old Power Rangers on Super NES, which to me is better version than the Sega one, even though the Sega one did have the Green Ranger on it. But the Sega one was more of a kind of like a Street Fighter fighting back and forth type game. The Super NES was you go through the levels a lot more. It's a 1-player game. But
I remember that. Yeah.
Still a great game. But like stuff I never beat. Power Rangers the movie, never beat it. Mario 3, I got to the stage 8. I think I maybe made to 2 boats or 2 whatever. Yeah. It wasn't happening on that game.
I'm surprised on the Power Rangers game just because how big of a fan you are that you just never made yourself go through.
I've got to maybe like stage 3, stage 4 on Power Rangers the movie. Like Fighting Edition? Oh, I beat that no problem. Another game I never beat. Captain America and the Avengers. And that's one of the hardest games that ever took me to try to find. But there's like quite a bit of games I never beat, but I still
I've got a bunch too.
Play them. Mortal Kombat 2, for example, I beat that game 1 time.
Oh, okay. Really?
1 time, yes.
Yeah, I beat that game once. Man, I was like, F this game after because Shao Kahn
Dude, I've
with the charge crap.
tried.
Oh my god.
And I actually beat that game with Melina.
Oh,
Dude,
trash.
I spammed the teleport kit like an SOB.
Oh, so trash at that game.
Oh man,
Montaro was the bad guy in that one, right?
No, Kintaro.
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 Montaro was on
Easy
Mortal
to
Kombat
beat.
3.
He was easy to
Mortal
beat.
Kombat 3. Oh, I can beat that no problem.
Beat
I'll
him.
just-
It was freaking Shao Kahn. Like, just screw that guy.
Yeah, I beat two a couple of times. It's been a long time. Don't get me wrong, but long
Mhm.
time, long time, many moons ago. But yeah, I beat that game a couple times back in the days.
Just a couple.
No, probably like three or four times, probably. Dude,
Okay.
Like, to be honest, yeah, I beat it several times back in the days. But I used to go in on that game, bro. Like I said, I spent a lot of time on the arcade versions, and then of course the home versions too when they first came out on Sega Genesis, which was the better version. It was definitely the better version. Blood. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that was one that was one I definitely beat a lot. Sheep.
For me, the most challenging one of all time for me is Mike Tyson Punch Out. I could never beat Tyson.
Really?
Not even-
Oh,
I
hey
never
man,
beat-
what an
Oh.
awesome game, dude.
That was not on my list, but that's definitely a game I never beat either.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
man, dude,
I never beat.
I've spanked Mike Tyson several times, dude. Several times.
Mike Tyson himself said he never beat Mike Tyson.
Hey, well, that's because he
He
don't play video games. Exactly, he don't play no video games, dude.
Nah, even with cheat codes, he'll lose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nah,
I never
I've
beat-
beaten Tyson several times.
What else? The second Super Punch Out, I never beat. I made it to the boss. Can't remember his name. I haven't beat him either. The first Ninja Turtles, never beat that because never made it past that water.
The water version, or
Oh God! Don't even get me started on that game.
I had one life left, like one life bar left, and I was just
Oh.
like, screw this.
What else? I'm trying to think of games that I played hardcore but just couldn't beat. I want to say G.I. Joe on NES. I don't remember beating that one, but that was something else I played a lot.
hey, a lot of people haven't even played that game, bro. A
Yeah,
lot
that-
of people. I guarantee. Well, I'm not going to guarantee it, man, but I bet. I almost want to bet me and you the only one that's even played that game in this party.
I never played it.
A quick, like maybe 15 minutes.
See, that's what I was gonna say, dude. Hey, that is a really, really great game, dude. And not only, and it's rare too. Like, it's not rare, like you can't find it, but it's expensive, dude. Like, to get your hands on it,
Yeah.
it's easily like $60-$70 NES game, bro. Which, I mean, I guess not like super expensive like there's some are, but that's pretty pricey for an NES game, dude. So that's a good one.
People were probably playing Contra and Metal Gear, whatever. But that G.I. Joe, that was a good one.
That's a
super-
great one, dude. And you got like several people to pick from too. You have, of course, Duke. You have Snake Eyes is in it. What's his
Roadblock.
name, dude? Roadblock's in it. And there was another one or two people. I can't remember the
General Hawk, Scarlet.
No. I can't remember now, man. I can't remember
Was
now.
Slaughter in there?
No.
No Slaughter? Oh,
No.
oh damn.
He would have cost too much money, bro.
Yeah.
For real. He would have cost too much money. Let's see. I'll go next. Let's see. Some memories and some games I ain't beat. Let's see. Well, since you brought up Contra, man, I've beaten that game so many freaking times.
Oh, come on.
So many times. And not only have I beat it, like obviously with the cheat code or whatever, the 30-man, but I beat it.
Konami code.
I beat it with just the 3-man, dude. I beat it going through and not dying. that was my game back in the days, dude. That's one of my favorite games, dude. I love that game.
I had top score on that in 360 until everybody realized how to get the 9,009,999 score.
Yeah, Contra's a great one, man. That definitely goes down as like one of my favorites, dude. I love that freaking game. Oh God, I'm trying to think because I know there's a bunch I haven't beat. Lawnmower Man. Does anybody remember that one?
Yes, that was
for the Sega Genesis. Well, that's the one I had it for. Lawnmower Man.
Yeah, I remember they had like Beavis and Butthead on Sega Genesis, but
yeah. That's one I haven't beat either, bro. I don't think
none of us beaten Beavis.
You guys don't know what I'm talking about, Lawnmower Man?
I know what you're talking about.
That game was ass. Why would you play that?
Hey, that's why I couldn't. That's why I couldn't beat it, bro. That's why I couldn't beat it, bro. That's why I couldn't beat it, man. I could not beat that game.
Nobody beat that game,
right? Right. Let's see. I'm just trying to think, man, of some like good memories, man. It's obviously there's tons of good memories, man. Metroid games, and I'm just going off of memories. You know what I mean? I'm not necessarily games I couldn't beat because I beat Metroid, but that was always a real fun one, dude. And I know we're talking about in a little while, man, like favorite series and stuff. That one always falls short in my top 5, even though I want to put it in there. But I love the Metroid series games, bro. That just always falls short in my top 5. But I have a lot of great memories on those. And one little fun memory, because for several, and I'm talking like the first few years when I was a kid, obviously, I would always, anytime I ever beat the game, the first one is what I'm talking about, I would always get the version of where it was just at the ending with him in the suit still. Right. Because I never beat it in that very short, you had to beat it in a very like quick time to get the real version where it revealed it was a her. And like it blew my mind when I finally found out that Samus was a female, bro. And it's like, okay, that doesn't mean anything, dude. But at that time, that was a big deal.
We had no female protagonists in video games.
Exactly, dude. And that was a big deal. So like when it finally came out, oh my God, Metroid Samus is a female. Like that was huge, bro. It was shocking. You know what I mean? Like I was just like, oh wow, this is a female character, man. Let's see, dude. There's so many other games that I know that I haven't beat, man. God, dude. I don't want to spend too much time because I know we got other people to talk about and to go on to. There's been several games, dude, that I haven't beat, man, and for whatever reason, you know what I'm saying. But a lot of good memories, a lot of good memories, dude. I know that let's see, because I know you guys are gonna be like, man, I know you ain't beat every game that you played because I haven't. The Double Dragon series, dude. I know for the 1 and 2 I beat, but I've never beat 3. I just never did. Me and my friends, every time we'd ever go through it, that was just one we never beat. The Ninja Gaiden Gaiden.
Oh
God, you want to say it? The Ninja Gaiden games. 1 and 2 I've beaten. I've never beat 3. That was another one.
What about the Game Boy version?
I never played that version, Dustin.
Really?
No.
Wow.
Nope. Now I have played it. I have played it, and I do own it on the Game Gear, and I've never beat that version, and that's more or less because I just haven't tried enough, I guess, on there, man. Whenever I ended up getting it, it was already after its time. But yeah, there's a bunch of games that I haven't beaten, man. Some just because I've put down, and then some just because I couldn't. But some of the ones I know you guys named, man, yeah, like I said, I've spanked Tyson several times, bro. I made Mike Tyson my yeah. Well, I'm not gonna try not to cuss on here.
Talk too loud.
Yeah, man. You already went. Spike, what about you?
I mean, you took most of my list, man. other than like the Game Boy version, I've never beat the original Metroid. I've been playing Super Metroid on the Switch, or I was playing Super Metroid on the Switch, and I just got to that point where it's like I don't know where to go. So it's just like I put it down. Double Dragon 3. I got to what stage was it? It looked like I want to call it the Shadow Master stage, where it's kind of like a dungeon. It's like that's where I went.
Yes. That was a hard stage, bro.
That's as far as I've ever gotten in that game. Same thing, Super Double Dragon, never beat that. Maximum Carnage, which I've actually mentioned in like past episodes.
Oh, God.
You never beat Maximum Carnage?
I never have either.
The last stage, right? And I remember as a kid, actually, like I'm about to beat him, and my sister came. I was at my friend's house. I was playing at my friend's house, and my sister came, and she was like, "We gotta go home. We gotta go home." And I'm like, "Yo, just give me 5 minutes.
It's like, come on.
Just give me 5 minutes, please." And she was like, "We gotta go." I paused the game. Told my friend, I was just like, "Yo, all you gotta do is just stand there and just keep spamming the punch button. Like Carnage is beaten. Just tell me what the ending is." Saw him the next day. He was like, Carnage wiped him. I'm just like, what? Yep, I got the book sitting right here. That's like one of my favorite games. I've got the book.
Such a great game, man.
Battletoads, never beat that. Like the one time I got past the stage 3 with the bikes, stage 4 loaded up, and everything was like it looked like missing O, so I couldn't make out what I was doing. Never got that far again. More recent games, Axiom Verge, which is pretty much like a Castlevania meets Metroid type game, is on the PS4. I think I got that for free on the PS4. They added it to the Xbox. You have to pay for it. Similar issue with Metroid, where it's like I've gotten to the point where it's like it's not that I'm stuck at a boss. I don't know where to go next to open up the next puzzle to continue the game. And I'm not a person that runs online and goes to YouTube and watches videos.
Right,
I like to
right. Yeah,
stuff out
I don't do that either.
Yeah. And I'm like, there's like loads and loads of games. Like I have a whole stack of games for PS4, PS3, Xbox 360, Xbox One. I haven't.
Yeah, we would be here all night, dude, if I continued on because, dude, I've got so many freaking games, dude, and even ones that I don't have anymore that I just never beat.
Odyssey was another one. You just said that, and I remembered.
Oh, let me throw one more on this list, dude, because it's one of my 202 too, and I'm not gonna make it real quick. Battle of Olympus for the NES and Willow for the NES. Love those, absolutely love those games, but it was 2 games that I never beat because when I was a kid, it was ones that I always rented from Blockbuster. So you only get those like 1 or 2 nights, you know what I mean? And you gotta take it back. So those were 2 games that I just never beat, and even as an adult now that I've owned them forever, I've just never beaten, man. And not because I couldn't, I just never had the time, you know what I mean? Even though I do now, but those games, if you ever get a chance, if you own an NES or ever want to give those games a chance, definitely try because those games.
You just said that. I remember Judge Dredd was another one that I really loved Judge Dredd.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't beat it because you get multiple guns, or you get the one gun and it has multiple functions. And one of the things was like the bubble gun.
Mm.
And throughout the entire game, it does nothing. Like you shoot criminals with it, it doesn't do anything. So I was like, gun is pointless.
Mm-hmm.
I was using a cheat code to get to the last stage. I'm like, I gotta beat this game before I get rid of it. I get to the last stage and I'm killing all the judge spirits and whatnot. Wiped out everything in the stage, and I'm just like, yo, I killed all the enemies. Like, why can't I beat the game? It took me until like years later when I got a laptop, I got a desktop, went to GameFAQs, and I was like reading the walkthrough. That's the one stage where you got to use the bubble gun. Once you kill the judges, you got to capture their soul in the bubbles, and then it opens up some portal to the final boss. And I'm like, I would have never figured that out as a kid, so I never beat that game.
Dre.
All right, so while y'all was talking, I was writing down a list. It's a long list, so I'm going to go through it quickly. I'm not going to describe too much into it. Don't try to play me because I tried to beat these. Some of them I have beaten, but I didn't get the true ending. First one, Streets of Rage 3. Beat the game multiple times, never beat it on hard, so I never got the true ending on that one. Sonic 2, I didn't beat that till I was grown. So this is what it is. Mario Brothers. Couldn't beat that game when I was a kid. I remember I was like 4 or 5.
Wait, the first one?
Yeah, I was 4 or 5.
I never beat the first one, still this day.
I'm not
so bad.
trash you.
I never
Hey,
have.
I ain't trashing. I'm gonna stay silent.
I beat that 2 weeks ago.
I beat the
I was
first
5. I
one.
never went back to it, so it is what it is.
I beat it 2. I was like, yo, I beat 3. I gotta beat 1. And then when I beat, I was like, that was the ending. Oh, okay.
Well, I couldn't beat it. 5-year-old Dre couldn't do it. Final Fantasy VII I couldn't beat because the second disc was scratched, so I couldn't do anything. So I literally would just play the first disc over and over again.
That was me with Dino Crisis.
Yeah, 3-count bout because that you can't beat that game. They designed the game to where you can't beat it, so it is what it is. Alter Beast I didn't beat till I was grown, and then I found out that it was supposed to be like a movie, and I was like, really, that was whack. But it is what it is. Tomb Raider, love that game. Couldn't beat it to save my life.
The first one?
Yeah, the first one couldn't beat it.
I don't think I've beat any of them other than the one that came out as a 360 launch title. And then
Wow, you are way off.
yeah, and then the reboot.
I've only beat the first Tomb Raider, dude, and other than that, I've never beaten the other ones.
Yeah, they're too difficult to be honest. And
Well, you gotta put a lot of you gotta put a lot of time into them.
yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a lot of time. And I even had codes like to get to the last stage, but I don't consider that beating the game. I'm like, straight
me
through.
too. I agree.
This is on Sega X-Men. The one where you start off in the danger room and you go to the Savage Land was the first stage. Could not beat that game. I got to
which one you
I
talking
used to
about?
always call it
Which one? Which one?
that one. Yeah,
This
that
one?
was my game. Yeah, the one on your left.
The first one. The first one.
First one. Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Great
So,
games, dude.
The one stage that always got me messed up was the Days of Future Past stage, where you was in the future, and I could not beat that stage. And my cheat character was always Nightcrawler, and I was always try to save him for that stage. But it was like going to the space with the Shi'ar Empire. I had to use either Cyclops or Nightcrawler. And it was just like I had a whole thing like what character for each stage. I could not beat it to save my life. That was the games that that one game right there used to piss me off because I love the X-Men games. I used to like Spider-Man and X-Men.
Oh yeah.
I had that one. I had Maximum Carnage, which I beat.
Did you ever play the Wolverine game?
No.
Yeah, I have. You talking about for PS2?
No, for
NES.
Nintendo.
Oh,
Nintendo.
okay, yeah.
Horrible game.
Yeah, I played that. I thought you was talking about the PS2 Wolverine.
With the brown and yellow suit on the cover. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't mess with Nintendo. But those were the games that I messed with when I was playing Sega that I couldn't beat. But like I said, some of them I didn't get the true ending. Other ones I just couldn't beat, man. I would love to get actually I'm gonna download the Sega emulator again and get that X-Men game just to beat it. Because I need to. I'm gonna put all the cheats on.
I gotta do the same with Punch Out.
You said which one?
Punch Out.
Oh, Punch Out.
Hey man, hey, have you not played it on the Switch yet?
Punch Out is on the. Oh yeah.
Well, it's not the Mike Tyson one, but it's the same game. It's just Tyson's not on there. Super Macho is the last guy.
Put the code in.
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, Tyson's not on it, which is I mean I know why, but anyways, Dustin, you're up next, right?
Yes. No, you already went.
Oh, you already went? Everybody already went?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so up next, obscure games that we've played and enjoyed. Sheed, start it off, brother.
So you're talking about like back in the days, you know?
Let's keep it like back in the days, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Because like, is there really a lot of obscure games now? I mean, I guess there is, but try to keep it like I don't know, NES, Super Nintendo, Genesis, Atari, Neo Geo, you know, stuff like that.
Already named G.I. Joe. I had another one on NES called Wrath of the Black Black Manta? Manta?
Yes. Hey, I got that
Was it
game right
Ninja
there.
game? Oh, that game was fire. That
Don't
was
make me
one of
grab it. Don't make me grab it because I will.
I don't even know what that is.
I'm grabbing it right now.
That was the
I'm grabbing it right now. Hold on.
Oh,
While he's
man.
talking about it, keep talking about it. Is that one?
Yeah, it was a ninja game. Kind of like the same realm as Shinobi and Ninja Gaiden. Yep, that's
There.
the one right there. Look at that cover. Look how cheesy that cover is.
Oh, I
hey,
did play this. I did play
hey.
that.
That thing
Yeah.
is so
Jeez.
clean, bro. Woo!
Yeah,
I have a little stack over here.
that was
I have to
one.
put back. Hey, that's a good game.
only-
That's a good
that's the only
game,
one.
actually.
Yeah.
That is a good game. It's one that's hard too. And if you told me you never beat it, I've never beat it either.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
hard
the only
game.
one that's the standout right there for me.
Okay. Dustin.
Akuji the Heartless. I know it was on PlayStation game,
I know we talked about this before.
and yeah, it wasn't the greatest, but another game loaded. And if you think Mortal Kombat is bad with blood, this game, that's like one of the first, other than Mortal Kombat, first games that was rated mature that you go around shooting all kinds of blood on that game.
Okay.
I think those are my top two.
Spike.
All right. I don't know if it would be considered obscure or it's more like it has a legend behind it. Carmageddon.
I think I heard of
Sounds
that.
familiar. Yeah, that sounds
Carmageddon,
familiar.
it was like Twisted Metal on PC where it's like it's not a battle royal type thing where you're trying to take out the other cards, but it's like you're actually racing a track and then you get points for running people over, stuff like that. It was supposed to come out for like Nintendo 64. It got canceled once they realized what it was. I think it was supposed to come out on PlayStation also. Same thing got canceled.
Was it the car game where they were saying they didn't want it to be red blood, so they made it green blood?
I think when it came out on the 64, it did come out with green blood, but I had like a demo of it on PC and it had like the red blood running people over and stuff like that.
Okay, I think I remember that back in the day. I think
You just made me think of another game I played, Spike.
Yeah, you mentioned it. You made me think of that because that wasn't even on my list. Again, I don't know if it's obscure. Spider-Man for the Genesis, the one where you have to you fight Sandman and Green Goblin, Venom. I specifically remember Sandman.
That's is that Separation Anxiety?
No. That is an obscure title though. This is way before that, where it's like specifically you get to a park level. I always remember this. I think you fight Venom in the park.
Anxiety.
No. You fight Venom in the park, and then once you beat Venom, the stage doesn't end. You go back down to the ground level, and then there's a sandbox. Once you walk past the sandbox, Sandman pops out, and you can't beat him with your webs. You can't beat him with punching. You have to run to the fire hydrant, kick the fire hydrant, and then the water kills him. At the end of the game, like every time you beat a boss, you gather a key. On the final stage, you have to fight all of the like the 8 bosses at once while trying to disarm the bomb. And then if you disarm the bomb, you fight Kingpin at the end.
Are you sure that's not Separation Anxiety?
It's not Separation Anxiety. You didn't fight Sandman. You were fighting all the other symbiotes. Separation Anxiety was the crappy version of Maximum Carnage where you had less. They
Hey, don't disrespect. You trying? Hey.
You had less characters. The art was different. That game was like ridiculously tough. Like it was much harder than and I beat that too.
But you had like Black Cat. Like you had like
no, there was no Black Cat in this game. It's just called Spider-Man for Genesis. It came out way before Maximum Carnage and Separation Anxiety. So maybe it is obscure because it doesn't seem like you heard of it. And it's like I never beat that as a kid too because they didn't tell you like you get to the last stage, the bomb is in there. Like I said, you're fighting all 8, but like Lizard, Sandman, Venom, Green Goblin, all at once while you're trying to disarm this bomb. And if you put the wrong key in, the bomb goes faster and then it blows up all in New York. Another one, this is a Super Nintendo game. I'm pretty sure it came out for Genesis too. Our Real Monsters.
I heard of the
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon's Our Real Monsters.
Yeah.
Alundra, which I feel like I brought that up in past episodes. You would love Alundra D if you've never played it.
I've heard of it, dude, but no, I don't think I've ever played that.
It's PlayStation Zelda to the part
Okay.
where you start off on a boat. There's a storm. You get washed up on shore. This guy that's a blacksmith picks you up. You live with him. You literally, you have a sword, you have a shield. You go out into the open world. You fight these little gel monsters. The unique thing is Alundra's a dream walker, so people in the village end up getting sick, and he has to go to their house, and you enter their dreams, and you fight the demons within their dreams. And when you kill them, you heal them and stuff like that. And you get like Fire Wand, Ice Wand. It's literally, like I said, it's literally Zelda for the PlayStation 1.
There's another one. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just grab it. I'll let you go ahead and finish that because I'm gonna throw this in my little mix. Because
You know how you talked about that racing game earlier?
Get in? Yeah.
Rock and Roll Racing.
That sounds familiar. I don't think I played that one though.
It has like the knockoff Ozzy Osbourne, knockoff
Oh yes. I remember seeing that
rock
in
and roll
old
music. You go around with
magazines.
tanks, use
Yeah.
nitro, shoot missiles and stuff like that, like hover boats,
Mm-hmm.
all kinds. And you can sit there and just put different stuff, rank up your trucks and all that stuff. Love that game.
Dre, what's up?
I'm currently looking for the name of it and I can't find it. But basically it was a Super Nintendo game where it was 2 players, it was a side scroller, and you could pick a mech and y'all would go through stages where you would destroy other mechs and take body parts off of them and put them on your mech. It was what was it called? It was on
Dude,
Super Nintendo.
I think I have that game, to be honest.
That was
Yeah.
when I was trying to look up the name for it, but I
Yeah,
can't
but-
find it.
When you first, I was thinking Captain Commando, but
No, it's something.
no.
No, it's called something mech. Am
Yeah.
I right?
Was
I
it
can't
Mech
find
Warrior?
the name of it, but I was just trying to look it up. But that was obscure. I don't. It's so obscure. I can't remember the name.
Okay. So I'm trying to think, man. I know I've got a couple of mech games up there, man.
Yeah, it was for the Super Nintendo,
Yeah,
and I remember it being fun. And like you could even hit your partner and take weapons off of them. Like it was tough. Like I enjoyed that one. 2 more. This was for PlayStation 1 because I was a broke boy back in the day. Intelligent Cube. That was the first PlayStation
everybody, I
1
think
game.
everybody that had a PlayStation 1 play that.
Yep, Intelligent Cube, and I roasted that game because that was the only game I had for like 2, maybe 3 weeks. That's all I played. So I literally was just like learning each stage. I didn't even have a memory card. I would just play the game over and over again. I would borrow one of my boys' games, but if I wasn't borrowing that, I would just have Intelligent Cube, so I was just playing that all the time.
Nice.
Another one, I'm pretty sure everybody played it or know of it, was Too Extreme. Was the rollerblading game.
Yep.
I got 3 extreme.
Yes.
Yeah, like that game right there was so trash, but we had so much fun playing it.
It was 3 extreme was better than 2
It was
extreme.
all of them were trash.
It was still fun though.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
no, it was fun, but they were trash. Like, let's start that rumor. Let's put it out there. It was just like those 3 games right there. I know Intelligent Cube I played by myself. None of my friends wanted to play it. 2 Extreme we all played, and that Met game we all played together. There was another one for PlayStation that I remember we used to play, and it was a Met game too, but I think it was like first person, and I can't remember the name. It was like open world, and I remember it was like we were in the forest, and you could like run over trees and stuff like that. I forget the name, but like those were the games that I remember playing that are a bit obscure because I don't remember the name. I think it was like Mech Warriors.
Yeah,
for
Mech Warriors.
PlayStation. For PlayStation.
I know that game
Yeah.
for sure.
I guess another one. Everybody probably played this one, but and you know I'm not gonna go too long with it. But Die Hard.
Yeah.
Trilogy.
Yeah.
Like I enjoyed playing that one. That was a fun game
Yeah.
because you could drive. They had a first person, and they had a rail stage.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like multiple games inside one. So that was a good one too.
Yeah. It was.
You just reminded me of Terminator 2, and not the the one that you use the super scope with, like the really, really bad one.
This one, hold on. This one, hold on.
You know, like that game was so
Whole episode,
terrible,
G's
but
getting up and getting
I
games.
loved it. I loved it as a kid.
This one,
No,
Oh, that one?
not that one,
No.
not the arcade one.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day. It was a side scroller.
Oh, okay,
For the Sega
yeah.
Genesis, right? Yeah.
No, it was well, yeah, I think it was on the Sega Genesis, yes, but and I do have it up there, but dude, it's harder for me to get my Super Nintendo stuff out. But it was for Super Nintendo, right? Is that what
Yes.
you're talking about, yeah.
Yes.
I was gonna
You
say
start
I have
off.
that one.
You start off at the club like Arnold, like just like the movie, the lightning
Yep.
and stuff.
Yep. Yep.
The cutscene, because it actually had a cutscene. He walks in naked, then he steps like you hear him beating up people, and he steps out and he's in the all black leather suit. Then you
I
take
would grab
control
that
of
one,
him.
man, but dude, I got a bunch of stuff in front of my Super Nintendo games, dude, and it would just take too long. Y'all hear stuff falling. I don't want that.
The game, like the side scrolling stuff was cool, like to the part you beat the first stage, then you get on your bike and you drive the bike to John Connor's house, and you got to get something from there, and then you got to go pick him up at the mall and then escape from the mall. Like all that stuff was cool. It was just the driving on the map.
Yeah.
It was like the old like the RC type games, like the top down. The controls to me was always weird. I would always crash into cars and die, so I never beat it. And it's an obscure title because when I mention it, people always think Terminator 2, the arcade game.
The arcade one, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because that one was in the arcade, and
yeah, it's the better known game.
Yeah, a lot of people. That's why I immediately thought you were talking about that one. But yeah, I have that one on Super Nintendo. It is a good game, but yeah, the driving part is kind of.
It's yeah.
I got two more
Well,
real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
Just because reminding we talking about movie games. There was a Matrix game, not the first one that had Jada Pinkett. This one was on PS2.
I've got it. Yeah.
With Neo?
This is the one where you actually play as Neo.
Yeah, and it's got
that's
all the
what
little.
it is.
It's in the black box with all the little green Matrix stuff.
I had that.
Yeah.
And like there's this one scene from the movie where he's in the park with the lady. You guys are pole. They have to fight all of those Agent Smith clones. Just like the movie.
That's a good game.
I didn't even get that far. They had me with the training part where it's like you're fighting in like some kung fu type thing, and I was like, "What is this? This ain't the Matrix." And I just never got past that.
Yeah, that's a
I
good
actually
game.
beat that one.
Everybody else I
game,
seen play it though, like it seemed like a great game. I think like you fight a giant Agent Smith at the end.
I think so.
Yeah.
Another one I had was King Kong, the movie, the first King Kong with Jack Black.
No, you're talking
When
about
it came with the 360?
you're talking about PS2 and 360, right?
I believe so, yeah. I had it on PS2.
That game was
That
horrible,
was a
bro.
good one because I enjoyed it.
that game was horrible, dude.
That game was horrible.
Oh, no, where I got it from,
I didn't
I
like
think I
it.
got on clearance somewhere. Matter
I
of
never
fact,
played
I
it.
think
It's got Kong on the front of it, dude. He's like,
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
I hated that game, dude. I did not like that game, dude. I don't know.
I love the movie, so that's probably why I liked it so much.
Right. No,
Yeah.
yeah, the movie, yeah. I didn't like that game.
But that was it.
All right, I'm gonna whip through this real quick, man. And I know there's so many more, dude, because oh my god, there's so many more, dude. I just pulled off a couple of old school ones real quick, man, because here's some ones that you guys may or may not have ever heard of that are pretty obscure. And looking at them, I think there's only a couple in here that I've even beat myself, to be honest, dude. This one I think is pretty obscure. A lot of people may not have heard of, unless you're just diehard, you know. One that I've never beat, and that is, if you can see it, it's Legacy Wizard.
Never even heard of that one.
That's what I was thinking. And there's another one that I know I've never beaten, dude. It's Swords Serpents.
That sounds familiar. Like I probably borrowed that from
Dude,
somebody.
the artwork is freaking amazing, dude.
Mm.
Don't go off of just artwork though. Just Karnov. You guys ever heard of that one?
What's that?
What is it?
Karnov?
I played it in the arcade.
Another
It
one.
looks
Another
familiar.
one.
Looks
Another
familiar.
one. Now this one you guys may have heard. The music is awesome, but it really will bug the crap out of you, dude, after about 5 minutes because it's the same stuff over and over and over again. Really cool game though, and I really like it, but it's one that I've just never beat. I will go back one day and do it and try my best to beat it, man. But I really like the game. Like I said, some people probably hate it, but Deadly Towers.
Never heard of it.
No? Never?
Really pulling out
Hey,
those
heard of it.
Hey,
You're
YouTube this one, bro.
the-
YouTube that one. You'll be like, oh, okay. You'll be like, oh, okay. And probably will never try to play it. This one's a great game, dude. Target Earth.
Never
Never
heard
heard
that.
that one either.
Pricey too. Really good game,
Sure,
dude.
they're like 2 copies. You got one of them.
Flashback. I know y'all had to have heard this.
Oh,
one.
yeah.
I was gonna say, awesome game, dude. Awesome game.
There's a petition for them to try and I think remake that. No, I think
Yes,
somebody said that they
yes.
remade it for the Switch.
Yes.
My
Yeah,
Twitter,
yep, man, yep. I remember me and you was in that conversation because I put this on a post. I never actually beat this game. So but yeah, really good one. And here's another really good one. eSWAT.
I don't know that one.
No. That's a good one too. And I got one more, like I said, I want to run through it quick. And the only reason why I even brought this one up is because Zelda clones or whatever, dude. And this is actually anytime I talk about some favorite games, dude, I just don't even think about it, man, because I just blank sometimes, bro. But this is I love this freaking game, dude. It's one of my favorite ones, dude, especially, and a lot of people don't even know it. Google it or YouTube it, man. But Newtopia. There's a Newtopia 1 and Newtopia 2 for the TurboGrafx 16.
Okay.
This game is like well over $100. Well over $100. And the second one is like even more than that. Very rare, awesome Zelda clone game, dude. It's more of the top down, like the very first Zelda game on NES. That's what this is kind of comparison to. Awesome freaking game, dude. Look that one up. That's actually one well worth looking up if you're any TG 16 TurboGrafx 16 fans here. Awesome freaking game, dude. Awesome freaking game. But anyways, so let's move right along. Now, obviously, this isn't a video game, but it is a video game related because without the video game, it wouldn't be a thing. And I'm pretty sure that the next game is gonna be based on this. But let's talk about Mortal Kombat movie trailer.
I forgot that was one of the topics. All right.
Boy. Yo. That I'm gonna go since I'm talking. Hey, that trailer was dope, dude. Like the older Mortal Kombat movies, man. I'm such a fan of the games, bro. You know what I mean? It's my favorite fighting game series of all time. So I've always kind of liked the movies, even though they weren't the best. But
They're
this
like kind of
movie,
campy as they went on. Yeah.
right? But this movie looks freaking awesome, dude.
But quick question before we get into that, right?
Yeah.
Can we all agree that the Mortal Kombat 1 movie was better than Annihilation?
definitely.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with you at least.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
I watched the first one on repeat, like back to back to back.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one was so bad, but it actually made it good.
Yeah.
It's like Street Fighter. Yeah.
Now on the
I
on the
actually seen the
trailer.
The first one was necessary.
So on the trailer, there's been some controversy, and I'm just like, we don't even know everything. It's a trailer, guys, and they already said that this is not going to be her true form. Melina, did anybody have a problem with how she looked from what they showed in the trailer?
Not at all.
I don't have a problem with it at all.
I get people. Everybody wants everything to be video game accurate, so I guess like, they wanted like the wide teeth to go like all to the side and stuff.
It's like not every Melina that we've gotten, her mouth has been like that either.
Yeah.
You know, there's been Melinas where they have her lips. I actually prefer that version. over the no lips and just teeth. But there has been controversy on that, and I didn't know if you guys have heard too much about it or whatever, but they also said that's not going to be her true form in the movie.
Like, I could see she's fighting, she gets unmasked, and like somebody was just like, "Oh, she's not that bad looking," and then she's just like, "Oh," like the scene you see where she's licking up
Right.
blood and stuff,
Yeah,
and then like as she gets more beat up, then she like reveals that she actually has the
right.
extended jaws and stuff
I
like
thought
that.
it looked good. I thought it looked good, man.
I was fine.
It's,
I'm fine with it.
it's
I'm fine
not
with it.
it's not overly like CGI or
Right, right.
you know what I mean? Like give
It
a
looks like
chance.
Goro might be the most CGI thing that we get out of that
Right.
movie.
Mm-hmm.
It looked, I don't know, the trailer looked great to me, man. My boy is finally Asian again.
Oh yeah.
Raiden.
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 Oh, yeah.
Raiden is my boy is Asian again.
I just got 4 words
How,
for that trailer.
What's
Where is Johnny Cage?
He's dead.
There'll be another
What?
trailer.
How's he dead?
he's dead. He got
How's
killed on
he
a
dead?
movie thing. But
They
first
killed him
off,
early.
Raiden
He
is not Asian. Okay,
He is Asian.
like
about to go into this all night.
Here we go.
I'm saying,
Here
but
we
nah.
go.
Who said he
Uh,
was? He's
Don't
a
make,
god.
don't make me
He can't-
pull up the first one and second one, man.
We already been through this, right?
do like a
Two.
little video that shows it, so I could be wrong because I don't feel like I am. I'm
Hey,
gonna
man.
You know what? I had no
Yeah.
problem with Christopher Lambert as Raiden back in the day.
I ain't
And that
either.
was horrible.
I just didn't like the look. It was like if you're gonna be
That
Raiden,
look,
put the
right.
hat on.
I agree with you on that. I didn't
Yeah,
mind
I
him
didn't
because
like
I
the
actually,
long flowing hair. I was just
Right.
like, what is this?
I didn't mind him playing it, and we always see Raiden with the whole get up. So it's like, okay, maybe
It's his thing. Yeah, that's like,
Right.
oh, I'm gonna have a Batman movie, but he's not gonna have the bat ears or the
right,
bat
you know what I
symbol
mean? So I
on
didn't
chest.
really mind it, dude. But it's like, man, like this is not how Raiden looks ever.
And then
Like,
wasn't that the second one where he got a haircut and he's like human again? I'm like, come on, man.
I don't know.
That
yeah.
was
I
stupid.
remember that.
Yeah.
But,
I hated how
I
they
heard
portrayed
more
him after
complaints
that.
about
After that,
Kano
movie.
more than
After that movie, man, like his whole character, the way they portrayed him, the way he looked
Mhm.
was horrible, man. After that,
Well, what's your complaint with Kano, Sheed?
That's what I've been hearing more people complain about Kano, like, oh, why didn't he have the metal eye? And from my understanding, he has the eye, but it's like underneath the skin. The metal is
Mhm.
underneath the skin.
Or then
Mhm.
in the trailer they show like his face is scratched up, so we're probably just
Yeah.
getting
So
introduced to
they're
him.
expecting it to
Just
be
like
the
how
whole-
like that's like going, oh, why didn't Jax have his metal arms at the start of
right,
the
and
movie?
that's what I was
But
gonna
that was,
say.
that was
Next.
kind of weird how they
Jason
did
Moss.
that because on the first Mortal Kombat game, it showed where Ermac pretty much used his power to destroy his arms,
Mhm.
and
his
now
structure.
they had Sub-Zero just pretty much
Right,
freeze him.
it's a reboot. They're gonna change
Right, and
things.
they
Well,
changed
right
it up a
though,
little bit.
And I actually like
Didn't,
that how they did that.
Ermac took his arms in the game. Like,
Yeah, and now
so
they
they
did have
retconned it,
Sub-Zero do
so-
that.
Yeah, and there's people complaining like, "Oh, that's not how his arms." And I'm like, "What?"
they
Like,
always change it.
yeah,
They
it's a
always
movie,
change it.
man.
But
It
on
ain't-
the, like,
it
the
doesn't-
second
Literally, it's
movie,
a reboot. They're gonna take
They
the
had like
liberties
the
and make the
cyber
changes.
bionics on top of his
Right.
arms. On
Right.
the second movie,
because
they
this
had the
movie,
bionics
this
on his
movie
arms.
isn't like Mortal Kombat 3 or 4. You know what I mean? Like it's not in that order. This is like you said, it's a reboot, man.
Yeah,
They
it's not
they,
based
they
on the
can
game.
they can change it up if they want.
And they're not gonna make it a 1-to-1 with the original story. Then what's the point
Right.
of watching it?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Mhm.
Even 9 was not
So-
based on the original trilogy.
Right.
They retconned it. They once
Yeah,
they started
mine
doing the
was
time travel
retconned.
thing, they were like, we was gonna do it over. We're gonna make it up as
Mhm.
hmm
Yeah.
Right.
One thing that did bug me in the trailer, it was cool to see, was when the blood splattering and then Sub-Zero turns it into a dagger, and then I think it's Scorpion, and then he stabs him in the back. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, all right, that was cool, but that was more like a Scarlet bloodbending
was-
type thing right there that he's doing. Like, why they give him that as an ability?
Can we all agree that the movie looks dope or not?
Oh yeah,
Yes, it
definitely,
does.
definitely.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it. Like
I,
say,
I don't
I'm
care. Like,
super
there's this
hyped.
new guy
HBO Max?
Cole and all that stuff. Like, I'm invested. I'm interested.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
super
I'm watching
hyped.
it the day it comes out.
I'm super
is
hyped
it gonna be on
for it.
HBO Max?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
And I have HBO Max. I actually want to go to. I would actually prefer to go to the theater, like if things is like normal.
I would too. Yeah.
You go catch yourself some COVID, buddy.
I'm telling you, man. because this seemed like one of the movies, kind of like the Avengers series, like we want to have the crowd and get those live reactions to everything that happens.
I do like going to the theater, man, but like at the same time, man, I like to be able to pause it if I gotta use the restroom or do something, man. So I have a really big, nice TV, so I theater doesn't really matter to me anymore, man.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter to me anymore. Now the atmosphere, it's here.
It's cool being amongst other fans and being like, "Oh, he did the thing." For me, what I hate with the movies, it's like when the moment happens and everybody's screaming or they clapping or whatever, and it's like the moment's passed and they're still screaming and clapping, and it's like now it's back to dialogue, and it's like, "I man, can you like shut up?" Like I want to
annoying kids.
The rest of the movie. Yeah.
I mean, what about? And I don't know if you cut this out or not, but what about if we just all watch it and?
Okay. Hey, that's a good idea.
We could do that too, man. Because I'm super hyped for it, man. I don't really care about like I don't care what other people say. Like I'm super hyped for it. I'm also super hyped to see where they go with the next game after this movie as well.
Because you think they're gonna add a Cole to it?
Oh, I wouldn't see why they wouldn't.
Even if he's not a default character, I see Ed Boon adding him in as like DLC.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, for sure. And like you said, yeah, he might not be an actual in-game character, but DLC for sure. I definitely don't see them not adding him in.
Like, look, we got the original. What was it? Sonya.
Right.
I think Johnny Cage and Liu Kang.
Yeah.
I didn't see Johnny Cage on there.
It was 3 characters. I know it was Sonya. And I think like with the voice changes, but also like when you get the character model, the voice actor changed also.
Right. I feel like this would be a great
Ronda Rousey because she did a terrible job. But
I just feel like this would be a great opportunity for them to add a new character to the game. You know what I mean? For the story, and why wouldn't they? You know what I mean? Like why wouldn't they?
Bring back Cobra.
Wow. Said no one ever.
Bring back Ken. Bring back Cobra.
All right, so we ended the Mortal Kombat talk. We're all super excited for the movie. Can't wait for it. So super excited for that. Next topic, and we're gonna start off with Sheed. Top. Now, Dustin, pay attention. Our top 5 gaming series of all time.
All right. So my criteria I did make for my list are games that I played, where I bought at least 3 of the sequels. So that's how I came up my list. Mortal Kombat, of course, 1 all the way to 11. The Walking Dead Telltale series, I went through all of that. Battlefield, I play all of those games. I have all of them except for 5. Also have Battlefield Hardline, another good game. Assassin's Creed, I haven't beat all of them, but I have a bunch of them. What else? And also the AKI THQ wrestling series. WCW, starting with WCW versus the World. I guess Power Move, if you want to include that, if you want to throw that in there too. All of those. No Mercy is actually, a lot of people talk about No Mercy, but that's actually not even my favorite in there. My favorite was WrestleMania 2000. And see, that's 1, 2, 3. That's 5. That's my 5 right there.
Dustin, you're on the hot spot, bro.
Number 5 series, starting from number 5, Street Fighter series.
Okay.
There's a lot of great Street Fighters I like. I think I mentioned it. Like, is it like EX Plus or whatever one that plays like Tekken?
I hated that one.
I loved how you do the grappling on there like Tekken. Thought that was amazing. And even the movie version, which had like Jean-Claude Van Damme, Raul Julia, I remember playing that. Yes, I know it's probably one of the worst ones they had, but
hey, not for the Saturn.
I never played on the Saturn.
You had Akuma in the Saturn version.
Yeah, dude. Hey, that Street Fighter, I'm looking at it right now, bro. The movie version for the Saturn, man, that game is awesome, dude. I love it.
Who played Akuma? Well, I didn't know Akuma was in the movie.
He wasn't. He was a secret
he
character.
just- yeah, he was just- yeah, he was just-
Oh, okay. I'm like,
Yeah.
number 4, Tekken.
Okay.
I remember going back and playing the original Tekken, which I thought was horrible. Tekken 2, Tekken 3. I didn't get a chance to play Tekken 4. I played Tekken 5, both Tekken tags, Tekken 6, as I mentioned on a previous stream, which was absolutely garbage. Tekken 7, I enjoy unless you're playing a certain Brandon Alexander, then it's horrible. Other than that,
Yay.
I told you about Brandon. I told you about him.
yeah. Number 3, Mortal Kombat. I played just about all of them. I played a little bit of 4. I haven't played Armageddon or Deception. I played Deadly Alliance. Didn't play Special Forces. I don't know if any of you have.
I got Shaolin Monks. I still got that one.
I never played Shaolin Monks
No, I
either.
played it. I played
Or
it.
Mythology, Sub-Zero,
I was about to say I played both
Or-
of them. Yeah.
Mortal Kombat Gold, which I think was on the Dreamcast, I believe. D, help me out here. I'm sure you probably know that one.
Yeah.
And the recent ones, Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe, another one that was absolute garbage because that was just horrible.
I wouldn't really like that one either.
Number 2, I'm gonna go with the Gears series.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, man, we're getting down to number 2 and 1. That shouldn't be as hard. You should know these.
You said
Well-
it's ready. Yeah.
Yeah.
I played the first Gears or when they remastered Gears. I played that one. Gears 2 I have not played yet. Gears 3 went through a couple times.
Dude, I own all the Gears.
I do too.
I haven't
Gears
played
3 was
Gears
really
3.
good. I have not played Judgment. Gears 4 was really
I
good,
wasn't a fan of
which
Judgment.
I was kind of disappointed with the story on Gears 4. I was kind of hoping
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't spoil it
For
'cause I'm on
a
4 right
little
now.
more of the story there. Gears 5 wasn't bad, but I was not a fan of the story.
I haven't played Gears 5. I own it, but I haven't played it
Okay,
yet.
then I ain't gonna spoil it for you then.
Yeah, don't spoil it because I haven't played it yet.
Still on point 4.
But I don't know if there's like any like Gears tactics or something like that, because I know there was like Halo Wars or stuff like that, spin-off stuff. I don't know if there's any spin-off thing for Gears or not, but
No.
It's just-
number 1, this is gonna come to no shock to anybody here. The WWE series. So
no more.
I played WWE. I played like wrestling from the first WrestleMania all the way up to now. There's probably a couple I missed that I haven't played. One I'm glad I did miss is Crash Hour because, yeah,
I mean, that doesn't count. That was a Twisted Metal.
it's
clone.
but
Right.
still under the WWE umbrella.
There's
So
wrestling in the game.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, I don't even consider that game. I know some people ask me, "Do you have that in your collection?" Absolutely not, and I don't care to.
no, I mean WWE, WWF.
The game is
Flash.
horrible.
I'm gonna also throw WCW because they're all owned by WWE.
Yeah, okay.
Well, you could just say series wise. In my opinion, I mean, it doesn't have the wrestling games. Period is a
Mhm.
series in my opinion. Kind of, not really, but you could just say wrestling games, man, and I would be okay with that. So
And like I said, I still say best one is SmackDown 2, which I'm sure people will disagree with me, but hey,
hey,
that's mine.
that's your opinion, brother.
Yep.
It's not my favorite, but it's a great one.
Hey.
Spike.
All right, I'm gonna run through it real quick because I know we run out of time. The Mega Man X series, because like I said, I hated the originals, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I found them too difficult. Could never beat them as a kid. The X series was like the first one I beat. So like Mega Man X 1, 2. I'm still stuck on 3. I haven't beaten 3. I've beaten 4 back in the days. I'm waiting to beat 3 to jump back on that because I have that on the Switch. So the Mega Man series, I'm gonna take Sheets Dancing and say The Walking Dead, the Telltale stuff. Love it. That's another game I plan to go back and like play it again.
Oh,
And like
yeah.
pretty much all the decisions that I didn't make on the first playthrough, I'll make them on the second one. I'll probably stream that too, from like the first one with Lee to like the spin-off, the side stuff with Michonne, all that other stuff. Number 3, I'd say the WWE series, just like Dustin said. Been playing them from since NES with the little like when you fight in Bam Bam and you get the little fire going across the ring, all the way up to the modern stuff, minus 2K20, which is probably the worst wrestling game that I've played next to 5-Star Wrestling. The Breath of Fire series, I've always loved Breath of Fire. And lastly, Final Fantasy. Love the Final Fantasy series. I've still to this day not beaten Final Fantasy X, and that is like my favorite one off them all. I didn't like the one with lightning, but I do play like the MMORPG one. I played X2, 13, like all of them. Love it. 15, I know a lot of people hated 15. I loved 15, minus the second half where it feels like they did a Xenogears type thing where it's open world exploration for the whole first part of the game, and then when you get to the second final half, it's more linear, more kind of like Crisis Core, very limited with what you can do. Like it felt rushed, but it is still one of my favorite, and that's my top 5.
The best
Did you
Final
play
Fantasy
8?
game ever.
That's the first one.
Very first one. Best one ever.
Mhm.
Best one
Did you
ever.
play number 8, Spike?
Yeah, I still got
Did?
that on. Where's my PSP?
Wasn't
I have
that on the original
9.
PlayStation?
Yeah. I technically do still have my PlayStation, but I'm always on the go, so I have those on my PSP to play on the go.
Or Switch.
What was the cutoff they did on Final Fantasy for PlayStation? Like,
What was that?
what was the last one they did
The
on
last one
PlayStation?
was on regular PlayStation.
Yeah,
9.
9. Okay.
Mhm.
Right.
The one with I think his name was Zadine, the blonde-haired kid with the monkey tail.
Dre, what's your top 5, brother?
All right, my top 5 actually has 6, but they're interchangeable, so I'll just put them all. Twisted Metal 2, or Twisted Metal series altogether, because it was just like that was my first really good PlayStation 1 game, and that actually put me into like not fighting games, but I mean like battle cars. I don't know, car combat games.
Car
That's
combat.
what yeah. So Twisted Metal, SmackDown series by Ukes. That's what I probably would. Tekken series, favorite one is 3. So I'm gonna have the copy off of Dustin. Mass Effect, just because of the story, how it continues through 3 different games, and it's such a deep story, and it will get you sucked into just the universe and the characters, and make you invest in the storyline and what happens to the people you build with your team. Rounding out number 5 is 2 games. What in the world is that?
I don't know. I was wondering the same thing. I didn't want to stop you. What is that?
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know what in the world that is. That was strange.
I didn't want to stop you, dude, but I was like, what is
I was just
Yeah, I
like,
don't
they
know
not
what
hearing
that
it. I don't hear it. Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
The number 5 is in between Wrestle Kingdom and Saints Row. Now, to be honest, Saints Row 1 and 2 are my game. 3 was going off too much.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling it. Even like with part 1, I even got all the DLC. Like I was going all out with that game. What is that sound? I don't know what's going on here. You don't hear it?
Yes,
I'm not
I
hearing it
hear
anymore.
It is back again. What is
No,
it's like R2D2 running around or something.
I don't
What
know,
is
but
that?
I don't know. But yeah, rounding out number 5 is Wrestle Kingdom and Saints Row. Both of those games are pretty good. Saints Row, I think, will round off a little bit higher for me just because of the story, and it continues based on the game prior. Not all of your decisions, but
Yeah.
it's linear, but it's open world. You know what I'm saying? And
The
story
first
that
2, in my opinion, are amazing. The second one is the best. My
Yeah.
opinion.
I just
Yeah,
like the opening for one where it's like you actually get jumped into the gang and everything like that. And I was like, okay, this is unique.
Not to veer off real quick, because I know we're trying to end this, man. Not to veer off real quick, but just to bring because you brought the Saints Row up. Dude, I hated how they went off course because there was a bunch of people trying to compare them to GTA.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So they were like, "Oh, let's not be compared to GTA and let's kind of do our own thing." And that's when they got weird, and that's kind of when they lost me. Now
Yeah.
I own like several of them, 3, 4, and blah blah blah.
Yep.
You name it, I own them, man. But like the first two, in my opinion, absolutely amazing games, dude. The first one is absolutely awesome. The second one was just like, oh boy, this is great.
Yeah.
This is great. You know what I mean? Because that was before you can make your person on GTA. So to be able to have that GTA style game and be able to make your play, oh man, that was absolutely amazing.
My
Go ahead, I'm
first
sorry.
one was 3, so that was my first experience with any of those games. And then
Really?
4 came out, and I see how where they went with 4. I'm like, yeah, I can't.
Yeah, they
they got
totally
weird.
off the road.
Yeah,
You went
they
from
were
silent protagonist to like superhero. It was like, what was the point of having cars and guns in the last Saints Row game?
Yo,
Yeah, that
and
was
then
weird.
how in the hell are you like a superhero and you're the president when you literally sold drugs and killed people? Like,
Right.
I don't even
I mean-
like how they switched you completely up. Like,
Yeah, it got,
I
like
mean,
said, the
anything's
series, it got
possible.
weird.
Look at our previous president.
That series got weird, man. That series
Yeah.
got weird. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna do one. So I'm gonna give all. And I think Dre, you did one. I think if not, go ahead and add one. Because I'm going to add one because it's like, man, one that didn't make the list that you wanted to make the list. So that's after I go through. If you guys want to add one, then do it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to if you don't want to, but I'm gonna go ahead and go through it real quick. And I'm gonna start. Normally I try to start from the end and go down to number 1, but we all know what my number 1 is, so I'm gonna go ahead and just start from there. Number 1 series of all time, Zelda. Let's go ahead and just leave it at that. We already know that. Number 2 favorite series of all time, Castlevania. Now there has been some crap Castlevania games, and a lot of those are like some of the newer ones, man. But the early on ones, man, I absolutely love them, dude. All the way from the very first 4 to the one that we got on Sega Genesis to a couple of the handhelds. Just
I was to say some of the handheld ones are pretty good too.
Like just amazing series in my opinion, dude. I was so blown away as a kid when it came to those games, dude, especially the first couple when I was a kid. Just amazing. I love that series, man. It's right there with Zelda, just underneath, dude. I love the Castlevania series, dude. Number 3 on the list, and sometimes when I talk about this, sometimes it surprises people, and this is another one. A lot of the last few games have been absolutely crap, and I really hope one day, sooner than later, that we finally get another great one, and that's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I love that series, dude. Love that series. Again, the first 4, even the one on Sega Genesis, the arcade version, just amazing, dude. Amazing, especially as they went on, you could actually play with friends. So that was just awesome. Number 4 would be the GTA series. I love the GTA series. We've talked about this before. The very first 2, the series really didn't pick up for me until 3. The very first 2 I do like, but it was nothing. It was nothing.
It was like, the top down style.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was cool. You know what I mean? Because it was cool, man. But it didn't really pick up for me and become part of my favorite series until the 3rd one, and then of course Vice City, and then San Andreas, and so on. So that one would be there. Number 5 would be the Resident Evil series. I love them. There's really only a couple of the games out of that series that I don't care for. But other than that, pretty much the whole series I love. Some of those oddball ones like Zero and
Operation Raccoon City.
and 6, I'm not a fan of. But all the remakes so far that we've had, and the originals and Veronica, and they're just amazing series in my opinion. And I battle on where I want to put that one. Sometimes I say, man, this should be higher up than GTA. But so I battle with my top 5 a lot, dude, on where I like to place them, except for the first 2 or 3. Those are always there. And then honorable mention, and I had to put it here, and you guys have already named it. And dude, my honorable mention, dude, one day maybe we'll do like 6 to 10 instead of the top 5. You know what I mean? Maybe one day we'll do that, because like how many? I don't know. Top 10, it kind of gets it muddy too much. But I struggle in between 3 games. I'm not going to name them all 3 because, well, yeah. But number 6, at least tonight, because you guys brought it up, it's going to have to be the Walking Dead Telltale series, dude. I want to put that in the top 5, man, so bad. But it's like, man, with all the years from these other games, I can't put it in my number 5. But I want it to be there so bad. I love it just like you guys love it. I played every single one of them multiple times, and I'm not talking about twice. I'm talking about 3-4 times. Like, I've played them all of them. It's just absolutely amazing. And then, like I said, there's a couple other series, man, that I really would love to throw in here that I love, but yeah, I'm just going to keep it at that. And then, like I said, maybe one day we'll do a 6 to 7 or something, or 6 to 10. I mean, but yeah, if you guys want, real quick, if you guys want to add your honorable mention, you can. If not, we'll move on and get out of here.
I'm gonna just throw GTA into my honorable mentions for the same fact. Like, I played all of them, 1, 2, picked it up at 3. I remember at 3, I was still like underage when that came out. They didn't want to sell it to me, but it's like, it's the store I used to hang out at all the time. And it was like, we know you, you're a good kid. Like, you ain't gonna go shoot nobody here. And they gave me the game. And then, like, by the time like Vice City came out and all the other ones, then I was old enough to get it, and I was just like I fell in love with it. I actually met the dude that plays Michael in person.
Hey.
I didn't even recognize him at first. I'm like, look at this person's dad, this Grand Theft Auto 5 sweater on. You don't even know nothing about the game.
Right.
And then as a joke, like, we go over and I'm just like, yo, you beat it yet? And he was like, I should have. I'm in it. And I'm just like, oh crap, it's Michael. Right. And he was like, yeah, he's mad cool too, like, to meet in person. I also met Danny Tamborelli. If you remember Danny Tamborelli from Pete and Pete, he plays the son in Grand Theft Auto, in case you didn't know that. I met him too around that time. So, like, because, like, I love the series, but then meeting them and finding out, like, they're cool people, and they're obviously now with the drug dealing and stuff, they're pretty close to the characters that they played. I was like for me, that's always gonna hold a place in my heart. Like, yo, it's cool.
Anybody else want to throw an honorable mention before we get out of here?
Black Ops, from Black Ops to a little bit now.
Okay.
But I was more of a Black Ops 2 guy. I still think that's the best
Black
one.
Ops 2 is my favorite one, yeah.
Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 3.
See, I like Black Ops 2.
I kind of got more.
Not
everybody loved Modern Warfare 3. Yeah.
Oh, I love 3.
Yeah. Sheed, you got one or no?
Nobody already mentioned.
Okay. Well, that doesn't mean anything. Okay. I was gonna say it's yours though.
And for Grand Theft Auto, I like the first 2 because that was like my first experience. Like, you get to play play the bad guy or play the criminals. So that's my first time seeing games like that. Like, oh snap!
Yeah.
So okay.
I think you already mentioned one, but if you want to, Dre, throw another one out there, brother. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, you don't have to. You don't have
I mean, it's not like all 4 of us went before you.
Well, no, because he already had one. He said that in the beginning when he started it off.
Okay, yeah.
So that's why I said if you don't have to. But if you want to, you can.
No, like I said, my 5th is the 2. It's the Wrestle Kingdom and Saints Row.
Right.
So that would make the 6. Yeah.
Well,
so
that's why I said that you already threw it out there. So that's why I was like, well, Dre did it, so I'm gonna do it. So everybody.
Oh, okay. No, I'm good.
Yeah. Okay. So all right, let's go ahead and start doing these outros. Dustin, where can they find you, brother?
At Chef Daddy _316 on Twitter and Twitch and YouTube at Revelation_X. That's where you can find me. Come check out my channel.
All right. AO Sheed, where can they find you?
You can find me at AO Sheed, SHEED on Twitter.
And that's it.
Abrupt stuff right there. Like,
To be continued.
Right. Dre41. Besides Google, where can they find you?
No, just YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all Dre41 Gaming. No spaces, no caps. Follow me there.
All right. The Superior One, where can they find you, brother?
on Twitter, Spike3585. That's SPYKE 3585. On Twitch, Superior One Spike, all one word. I know y'all been giving me crap because I don't be talking during the streams a lot, but I'm working on it. I'm gonna get the camera up.
Get the cam, man.
Cam.
I got the
Cam and
camera. I got
talk.
the camera for the PS4. It's just about like setting it up. I don't like to be seen outside of this right here.
Hey, I'm telling you, bro. I watched a little bit of your stream, man, and followed you on Twitch, man. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, put Cam and talking on there, bro. That would help out a lot, bro. Like, I thought the stream was good, man, but it's like this could be so much better if I could.
Yeah, like I said,
if I could interact with you, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I was in there talking to you, and like 10 minutes going by, and I'm just like, interact, man.
No communication.
Interact, man. You got kids to feed, man.
The personality than the actual game.
Yeah, man.
Like
very
you know
true.
what? It's like,
hey, but you know
when I
what,
play-
dude? There's tons of people out there, man, that are just playing, bro, man, and some can be successful, man. But I'm telling you, bro, just from one person to another, man, that interaction, and you got a good personality, man. That interaction, dude, and talking and people seeing you, bro, they can feel it, bro, and it's just like it helps, bro. It
At least
helps.
hear you.
Yeah,
I'm very serious when I play my games too. Like I just sitting there like.
Hey, I'm just telling you, it helps, man. Feed those kids, bro.
But like I said, like when I play on the PlayStation, you'll hear me talk more because like this is that same headset I'm wearing right now. That's what I use, and for whatever reason, like when I'm on the Xbox, it does not pick up my voice, and I haven't messed around with the settings to figure out what the issue is with that. But like when you watch me play Cyberpunk and stuff, like you hear me talk when I'm playing that. Anything on PlayStation 4.
Well, of course, I'm the tatted up gamer dude, man. Not tatted up gamer dude, man. But tatted up gamer dude. You can search me anywhere. You can either tatted up gamer dude, put that together, separate it. Daniel, aka D. You could pretty much type in either one of those, and I will pop up in multiple places.
And right behind you too. There you go.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there too. You can Google me too. You can Google me too. And but anyways, man, hey, thanks for showing up, guys, man. It was awesome. Once again, another great episode, man. I appreciate you guys coming out. And this is episode 5. We will see you guys next time, and everybody have a great one.
All right, man. Later.
Peace.
Game on.